Hey guys there, welcome to Area 51 Raceway. I have some controllers here today, and what I wanted to do was transfer this purple one, and this is basically a video on how to get this set up for your controller. So this controller here is for Area 51 Raceway. It's a non-network controller, which is fine, and then this one's a network controller for Hangar 1. I just, for some reason, I got them this way with the network at the time because that's what I wanted, but don't really need it. Some people do usually get a choke version, like how this one has an option for one. But for me, the brake and the sensitivity is good enough for me. I don't think I really need it, to be honest. I do fine without it. So that being said, this is basically about transferring your handles. So if you want to change the color of your handle, for example, I got this one in red because I want to switch this over to the Hangar 1 because I do have a red lane. I have a yellow one, I have a red lane one for the red one for the red lane one, and then I have a blue one on the way from Slot Car Corner to replace another one over there. So this isn't very difficult. There are 5 screws altogether. Now these go into a standoff in here, so they'll come off, and then this one goes through with a nut. So here's the handle that I transferred, the red handle from the one that I'm replacing downstairs to put a purple handle on. And when you take these apart, you'll want to unscrew the right side of the handle first. And these are short screws, and you're going to take these out. When you disassemble this, I'm just going over this so you understand how to take these apart. And to make it easier for you, and we're going to remove these, need more on there, and take these both off. And these are short screws on the right side of the handle. And oops, obviously we had to take the bottom one off too, excuse me. How about that one? Yeah, don't forget that one because you will break it. So we're going to take that off, and you're going to see there's 2 of these standoffs right here, which that one's came loose. And what you're going to do is you're going to get a 5mm nut driver, or you get a little wrench, and you can loosen those, and you're going to take these out just like that. And there's a washer underneath it. This is to protect the board so you don't smash it with these or put indentations in them. And then you're just going to topple this off, and you can take this off, and then obviously you're transfer these screws, or if you have one in the kit, these are the long screws. They go on the left hand side, and the short screws go on the right hand side. So that's how you disassemble that. And then you're basically going to transfer it over like we're going to do with the purple handle one. So real easy to disassemble and put together. And I'll show you. So now that I've had this one removed, I have to now open the new controller cover, and it comes with bolts and screws, which is cool. But now I have to cut this one like this. So if you could kind of like look at it and imagine where you had to cut, and then you could also, grab these individually and kind of like, even if you want to draw a line or something like that and draw them out. I usually go by eye, and I'm going to cut. So let's say if I want to mark it, I don't want to mark it actually because I'm mark it. So I'm going to cut all this down. I'm going to make a little divot right here. So what I'm going to do is get my Dremel, and I'm going to cut this down just like this piece looks like. All these off here and all the way down to the bottom. Like that there. I'm going to cut this off here. And I have this piece right here, so we're going to leave a little bit out of those fins sticking out. So I'm going to go right here, and I could always start small, or leave it a little bit proud, as they say, and then I could file some down if I need to get it. I need to get it at. Oops. That's just sticking on that. There's that piece. I'm going to cut this one completely here. There you go. There you have it. You can kind of use your Dremel if you want and sand that down. You can use a file too to clean it up. It's nice and neat. Got a little bit of stuff there. And you could file this down if you need to, or you could use the Dremel. All right, there's that one half there. I got a file I could use. Now the other part you need to do is, which I'll probably have to do there, is make that little indentation for the screw that's on that board. That looks pretty close right there. Not too bad. And again, you can get a file. Let me grab a file, and we could file that down. If you want, you get a file and just make that smoother if you want. I think it looks pretty good right there. I don't think it's a big deal. There you go. There you go. Get that little piece out of there. There you go. There's that. So we want to make a small, because I'm getting junk all over the controller. Blow it off in a minute. Go downstairs. Blow all that off and get material in there. That's okay. Set that aside. And we want to do, well, we could test fit it actually. You could just look at it and see, what it looks like. And here's the thing: is you have to get the little screw part right there. So that's where you're gonna make. See, that fits perfectly. You gotta make the little indentation there. So if you want, you can mark that with a pen. So we'll go a little bit right here. See that much. There's a little small amount you made a little mark on, and I can just should have put that off to the side. I'll have to take care of that later. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a burr bit that you can get from Amazon. There's these little burr bits. If you want to make, that's a nice round shape to make that little indentation. And we're going to take our Dremel and make a little mark there. Make a little hole area there. So we're going to grab this. We're just going to go down there. There you go. There's your little small indentation for that screw. Pushing again, and there you go. That's it. Perfect. There's one side right there. Not hard to do. Pretty easy. Putting the damn screws in was probably the most difficult part. I was having trouble with that. But there you go. A little filing. Clean up a little, and you can get rat tail file if you want, which I have right here. And clean that area off. Like that. Not too hard to do. A little bit of cutting. It's not a big deal. So there's one side. So now we're going to go to the other side. So we have this side done. Now we're going to go and look at the other one, which is probably the easiest one because it's pretty much a straight all around. Chop this section off and go all the way here. So you're basically just cutting right down here and then going, not cutting that part and going across and up to this end right here. So what we'll do with that is we'll switch our bits here. I'm going to get the cutting wheel, and we are going to leave that there as a reference, and make sure I got what I want to do. Okay, we're going to cut this top part off here. We go like that. We got that part, so we're going to cut this whole section off right here. You start right here. Speed up this a little bit. There you go. Well, that was pretty easy. Just one simple cut, and that should do the trick. It's a little bit low, but that's okay. I mean, it's not gonna. you want, you can trim that one spot that looks high. There you go. That's pretty much what you want right there. Let's look at the other one. Perfect. And then you could get the controller itself and then where it would be, and that's fine right there. There you go. All right, now we have everything cut, and what we're going to do is put the controller board into the handle and stuff. And what you're going to do is you're going to get the left side. You're going to see these bosses are taller than, well, actually they're not taller. They have a little nipple right here, if you can see right there, and these don't. So this is the left side. You're going to grab the left side and get the controller board, and you're going to just put it inside there. Make sure all your wires are not going to, you know, pinch when you put the other piece on there. Then you're going to get the long screws right here, and that's these ones right here. As you can see, they're longer than those, and you're going to put them right through here and push them up or thread them in with the screwdriver. If they're a little hard, they won't push up. They should push through there. This is fresh plastic, so a little tough. Then what you're going to do is get your washers, put them right on top of here, and then you're going to get these little standoffs and put them on there. Just thread them in. Get your other washer, get your standoff right here, and put that in there. And you can use a 5mm or your fingers to finger tighten them. It's up to you. Don't need to be really on there tight, but this is a 5mm nut driver. I'm just going to snug them up there because it's plastic and you don't want to break the plastic or crack it or mess up the board worse. So just a little snug fit. That's fine. It's in there secured. And then you're going to get your top piece and you're going to put it on there like that. Make sure you got your wire in there. If you want to put it here, it's up to you. There's two positions you could do it. I'll leave it there. No wires are pinching anywhere. Everything is, you know, out of the way and sandwiched perfectly. And then you're going to get your short screws and put them on the right side of the handle and thread these in, and we'll screw them in with a screwdriver. A little snug fit there, and you can double check the other side too when you get it this side tightened. So when you get these down here, a little snug, you know, a little pressure like that is fine. You don't have to go too crazy. Check those are tight also, so everything's good. And you're going to get the bottom long one with the nut, and you see there's a spot that's the shape of the nut, so you're going to put the screw on that side, and then you're going to put the nut here, and it sits in place there. As you can see, this fell out right there, so you could just put your finger like that and then just get the screwdriver and thread it in, and it will thread into that nut, and it did. A little snug fit, and there you go. The controller handle is installed. You've done your cuts, you've done everything you need to do, and that's basically it, and you're all set to rock and roll. So I hope this video helped you, and thank you for watching. As always, you guys take care and have fun racing.